Our next speaker this morning is Honorable Willie Simmons, Democrat. He's our Transportation Commissioner of the Central District.
Good morning. Like the Public Service Commissioner Stamps ran everybody away. They told me it was a big crowd out there waiting on me, and he came up before me, and everybody left. So, good morning to those of you who stayed. Thank you for staying around. Are there anyone here from Lauderdale County, Meridian? Give it up for Meridian Day. Let me say how grateful I am to be here again. I was here in 2019 campaigning to try and become your Transportation Commissioner, and many of you saw fit to allow me to become the commissioner, and then I came back in 2023. I was campaigning again, which was last year, campaigning. So in addition to the years that I've been here when I was not campaigning, I've been here twice campaigning, and you've been very receptive and very responsive and very supportive of helping me to become your commissioner. So I'm able today to stand before you and say I've been your commissioner of transportation for the Central District for 5 years. Give yourself a round of applause for having the best commissioner in the state. Or the nation, for that matter. We're here to celebrate an annual event to take place in the Neshoba County Fair, and I am so grateful once again to be here. Today I stand with honor to be able to say that I'm part of what you're referring to as the 2024 Neshoba County Fair, and that for me to be able to come and be here and ride on a good, safe highway coming in, whether it was 16, 25, 45, whichever way you came, but to say that your highways was improved as a result of the work of the Transportation Commissioner, that means a lot to me, and it means that we are doing some good things. So once again, thank you for inviting me and allowing me to come. Representative Bounds and the entire committee, thank you for this invitation. Thank you for the opportunity. I'm pleased to report to you today that the Mississippi Department of Transportation is in good hands. It's in good hands because of Commissioner Busby, Commissioner Caldwell, and myself. And although we are elected by partisan politics, they being Republican and I'm a Democrat, we do not see any Democratic, Republican highways. We just see good highways and highways that need to be repaired and worked on. And as a result of it, we three commissioners never make decisions based upon partisan politics. We make decisions based upon the fact that your highways and your bridges need to be safe, and you want us to do the best that we can to make it that way. So I'm so very pleased to have two good commissioners working with me, and that is Commissioner Busby from the Southern District and Commissioner Caldwell from the Northern District. Are either one of them here today? Are both of you? Are you all here? Well, give it up for them anyway. We, the commissioners, are very pleased with the fact that we have been blessed to have a great staff. We have about 2,700 employees, and we are led by what I'm going to refer today as the best executive director in state government in the state of Mississippi. We are led by a guy by the name of Brad White. If you don't know Brad, you need to get to know him. If you already know him, give him a round of applause, please. Brad leads those 2,700 employees and is very professional. They are very committed. You see us out working, doing the things that we need to do, and we've figured out how to make soup out of bones when we don't have any meat to put in it, because we are committed family, referred to as the Mississippi Department of Transportation, and we work hard and making things happen. So are there any MDOT staff in the audience? Would you please stand? MDOT staff. A few years ago, we were doing some work on one of the highways, and Neil Patterson was so excited about having the money to make it work, he forgot that the Neshoba County Fair was getting ready to start, and he was going to have dirt everywhere. And Jennifer Brandon called him up and said, "You can't do that." And as a result of it, we set the date off, and change the date to working on it 6 months later. Is that not right, Neil? That's how the Department of Transportation works for you. I'm also honored to be able to stand before you today and give thanks to our congressional delegation. Our congressional delegation passed a couple of years ago a bipartisan bill referred to as the Infrastructure, the Work Act. And as a result of that, with Senator Wicker, Representative Congressman Thompson, and others supporting that bill and getting it passed, we were able to get here in the state of Mississippi additional money. And we're going to get, when it's all said and done, over $2 billion from that effort to go onto our highways and bridges. But not only from the federal level, at the state level. At the state level, we have been able to work with our governor, Governor Reeves, the Lieutenant Governor, Governor Holzman, and our 174 legislators. They have been able to give us additional money that is needed in order to take care of our highways and bridges. As a matter of fact, when you look at the capacity money that they have given us, we're talking about over the past 3 years, over $700 million that the state is giving us in capacity dollars. I'm very pleased to say that because of individuals like Representative Evans and the chairman of this great organization, Representative Scott Bounds, and my good friend, Senator Brennan, who is the chairman of the Transportation Committee on the Senate side. Those individuals have taken a leadership role in getting monies for this area, but not just this area, for the entire state of Mississippi. So if you would, give it up for all of our legislators, the governor and the lieutenant governor for putting more money into our system and not kicking the can down the road so that we, the Department of Transportation, can do the things that need to be done. Give it up for our legislators and our leadership at the Capitol. That brings me to saying how grateful I am to them, and when you see those leaders, please give them thanks for what they have done. But it comes to a day when I come to you and say that has been fantastic, but we are still facing a crisis. We're facing a crisis with the Department of Transportation in the state of Mississippi because what I just said to you is that the legislators have been good to us. The federal government has been good to us and giving us money, but we are facing a crisis because we can't get the recurring dollars that is needed. So what I want you to do, when you see my good friends, and I served in the Senate for 26 years, when you see my good friends, the governor, the lieutenant governor, and all of the legislators, tell them that they need to not kick the can down the road, but they need to step up to the plate and they need to give us the resources that is needed. We're referring to those resources as recurring dollars. The recurring dollars need to come in the form of capacity money. Now, when I say capacity, I'm talking about projects where we build new corridors, where we expand upon the corridors that we have, like in this area, Highway 19 and Highway 15 and other areas throughout the state of Mississippi. We need the Transportation Commission because we are proving ourselves to be very accountable and that we are open to allow folks to know what we are doing. But for capacity projects, to build out those projects, we don't need one-time money. We need a recurring budget that would give us approximately $200 million annually in order to make that work. I want you to tell our legislators friends to make sure that they give us those recurring dollars. One of the ways that they can do that is through what I refer to as some kind of diversion use tax, similar to what we did in 2018. In 2018, we passed a diversion use tax, and we committed to giving 15% of those dollars to our counties and municipalities. I'm pleased to report to you today that as of January of this year, we had given our communities, our municipalities, over $350 million. We had given our counties over $350 million out of that use tax. We had given state aid about $20 million. We want the legislature to do the same kind of thing for the Department of Transportation so that we can build your capacity projects. But in addition to capacity projects, we have a maintenance need. As you well know, in 1987, there was no money put in place to maintain our highways. So although we have 27 dedicated employees, we do not have the resources needed to make those projects and maintain those highways correctly. We need about $400 million annually to maintain our highways and our bridges. So tell our good friends at the Capitol, tell all of them that we need recurring dollars. And when you do that, you're going to see Commissioner Busby, Commissioner Caldwell, Willie Simmons, and Brad White and our 2,700 employees doing what we need to do in conjunction with our industry to make it work. The other part of that is important because when you look at our road builders and all of the industries around our road builders, they do not want to invest monies into a hole they don't think is going to work. So when we get one-time money, they can't afford to go out and employ all of the employees that they need or expand their businesses. If we get recurring monies coming in, the industry is going to be able to build up so that when we have a need for building a quarter, we have contractors in the state of Mississippi that's able to do it. So once again, help us, help yourself. When we have good highways, you save money. When we eliminate potholes, you save money. Businesses save money because we don't have to have their products on a truck waiting in line long hours to get where they're going. But you save money because your wheels, your tires, your front end is not costing you money to repair it because we have a good system in place. Ladies and gentlemen, you're here to Neshoba County Fair. You're enjoying yourself. You're going to see many of our leaders, our governor, who is a friend of mine. Tell him what I said. Our lieutenant governor, who is a friend of mine, tell him what I said. Our senators and our representatives, who are friends of mine, tell them what I said. And what I said was, we need recurring dollars. We need recurring dollars that's going to come in annually so that when you're coming to the Neshoba County Fair, or when you're going any place in the state, when you want your children to be safe on buses, when you want your vacation to be a good ride, when you want good operations to get to where our emergency first responder vehicles need to be going, we need good highways and good bridges. And the only way we can do that is have the revenue. We can't kick the can down the road. So tell my friends that their friend, Willie Simmons, the commissioner of the Central District, speaking on behalf of all the commissioners in the Department of Transportation, we are asking for recurring dollars that's very much needed to be invested in our infrastructure system. Thank you, and may God bless you.